Okay, I want to show you something I just picked up just recently here. I actually picked it up at Gotham Central Comics, and it is really, really interesting. This is a original THX 1138 film poster.
Now, why this is important, because this is the film debut of George Lucas. In other words, this is his rookie card. This is his debut, first appearance. This is his first work as a director.
You're right, Jose, and he actually did this with Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes, it was a co-production through their American Zoetrope Studios.
Now, the important thing to know is with original movie posters, before the mid-1980s, promotional material like one-sheet posters, lobby cards, and 8x10 movie stills were lent out to the major Hollywood studios. They were lent out by the studios to local movie theaters through an exchange or distribution company. In Canada, I believe it was called National Screen Services or Consolidated Screen Services. And after the local movie theater screened the film, all the posters were returned to the distributor to be reissued for the next theater, or often they were destroyed. And that is the reason why they are so rare, and also why most original movie posters show evidence of wear, like folds, pinholes, tape marks, censor stickers. So if someone tries to sell you an original one-sheet movie poster for a film made prior to the 1980s and they tell you it's in mint condition without folds, then chances are they're selling you a reissue or possibly even a counterfeit.
Yeah, 99 times out of 100, yes, you should look for those conditions, because it's unrealistic for a poster of that vintage to have completely no wear. Now, what also makes this poster rare is that it was not a large distributed film. In other words, it did not open in 2,000 theaters. So therefore, there was a much limited initial run, a print run for this poster, making it much, much scarcer than his later works, such as in Raiders and in the Star Wars films.
You're right, Jose. And prior to mid-1980s, movie posters were machine folded and shipped to theaters in large envelopes. If a poster has never been folded, it's possible, however doubtful, that the poster would have been printed prior to 1980.
Yeah, so anything pre-80, you have to expect that. If it doesn't have that, then it's probably a repro or an outright forgery.
That's right, that's right. Also, one of the easiest ways to spot a reissue or a re-release for a US poster is to look at the NSS number located on the right-hand corner of the poster. In the most cases involving a reissue or a re-release, the NSS number will begin with the letter R. Now remember, an original movie poster is a poster designed, printed by the film studio or film distribution company in limited quantities for display in movie theaters to promote the film. For films dating back to the 1980s and earlier, those original movie posters are rare, hard to find, and almost all cases show evidence of wear. Okay, so here's the final product. What I did with it is I sent it to Dan Miles. Dan owns Backing to the Future, which is a Canadian-based poster restoration and preservation business operating out of Port Perry, Ontario. They deal with clients from all over the world. They use a process known as linen backing to bring posters back to their original condition, or as close as you can get to the original condition. So what do you think, Jose?
Yeah, it looks great, like new.
It looks like almost like new. You see the fold lines are gone, the yellowing is gone. He did a spectacular job. And since it's all, the linen backing is archival, acid-free, this poster should be around a lot longer than me.
Yeah, it'll definitely keep. It's been done properly.
Yes. So this is now the crown jewel in my collection.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.